unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Achakadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, those who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, or waiting upon Yahushai to come and deliver us from this wicked kingdom, and are pushing forth the word whether people hear or forbear. Okay? So here at Great Millstone, as servants of the Lord, we are set up to break down strongholds. So this is another segment of BDS, which entails breaking down strongholds. And I'm going to go into the topic of marriage, the way the Lord intended it to be. Okay? I'm going to start off with Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And that wine goes into the philosophies, the doctrines, the ideologies that are being pushed forth out of Babylon the Great. Okay, that the mistress of witchcraft, the harlot that's riding upon the beast. Okay, you see the mother of harlots. Okay, you see the mother of witchcraft, because out of Babylon comes the most evil, the most abominations. Okay, so again, through her philosophies, through her doctrines, through her ideology, it's making the whole world drunk, meaning drunk and mad. Okay, in the sense, as just as it says, uh, I've seen the wicked in great power spreading itself like a green bay tree. That's America pushing forth the evil ideologies, things that are against the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And one of those doctrines is marriage. Okay, because the mindset, the Babylonian juice that the populations have drunken, and the perception of marriage is not the way that the Lord intended it to be. Okay, and we're gonna go into it. I have few legal definitions pertaining to this subject. Okay, and I got so Lord willing, this will be edifying. I'm gonna go into it. Okay, so this is the marriage, the legal definition of marriage pertaining to the Civil Marriage Act, and this is a law in Canada. Okay, because we're located in Canada, you know. So this is the Civil Marriage Act in Canada. So it says here, marriage for civil purposes is the lawful union of two persons to the exclusion of all others. So again, in Canada, to be married, to be so-called married with another with your mate, okay, you have to be only two. The marriage includes only two. Okay, the husband and the wife. Okay, you see, and because yeah, let's keep it at that, man. Because I don't want to add no flamers, no. Because again, this is marriage pertaining to how the Lord intended it to be, man. Okay, you flamers are supposed to be put to death, man. Okay, only in this kingdom, in this wicked kingdom, Isa Edom allows, same flavor, marriage. Okay, which in this aside of the Lord, that's an abomination. But we're not gonna delve into that, man. That's another story. Okay. So again, it continues the definition of marriage. It says here, no person may contract a new marriage until every previous marriage has been this disavowed by death or by divorce or declared null by a court order. Okay, and that's just to tell you how the devil is the third party in your marriage. Okay, it tells you that the only way that a marriage can be established in this society, it has to be a contract. Okay, contract with who? Uh, the husband, the wife, and the third entity would be the government, because the government will have the power to annul that document. Okay, because again, it's documentation. Okay, so marriage in this society is a three-party deal with you, with the husband, with the wife, and the government. Okay, which is again is not how the Lord intended, because it's as if you add the devil in the midst. Okay, the devil is in the midst of your business. Okay, because again, a marriage is really a business. Okay, how the husband is the head of the family and the wife is supposed to be a helper. Okay, but now imagine this as a business. As a business, you would want multiple employees to make sure that the business is running fine. Because if you have one employee and the employee, let's say the employee gets sick, now you're down bad, because now you have to do all the work, and it takes away from your focus from what you were doing for what you were preparing to do. Okay, especially now in the times that, especially if you were a man of the Lord. Okay, but just to add on too, here at GMS, we're not out there telling people to heap themselves wives unto wives, you know, because again, we're seeking the kingdom first, and it tells you, Paul tells you himself, he would wish that people would be as him. You know, he was single, okay, and he was even saying that for those that have wives, the times are short. Is it be at those that have wives as though they had none? Because why? We're so focused on the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem El Shai. We're so focused on doing this ministry. Okay, even to the point where Yahweh Shai himself said, you're supposed to hate your brother, your mother, your sister, your wife, your own wife, even your own life. Okay, if you do not do these things, if you don't even hate your own life, your wife, your child, your children, okay, you can't be a disciple of Yahweh Shai. And that's not to say you know you mistreat them, you cuss them out every second, every chance you get. No, that just means that you cannot put them above the ministry. You cannot put them above Yahweh Shai. Okay, so again, they always, that's a problem in this society, because the other your partner, let's say, always in a sense would want to be second in your life. Okay, we would want to obtain that first place, but us in this truth, we have, personally, I have Yahweh Ba Shemi Al Shai first place. Okay, I have the ministry second place. I have the brotherhood, you know, ministry, the brotherhood second place, and then I have myself. Okay, because it says seek out thy own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay, so in this society, most of these women don't want to take fourth place, fifth place. Okay, they don't want to be in the back burner. Okay, but again, that would be a why, because again, that's their sacrifice. A man and a woman are different. A man, as a servant of Yahweh Hashem El Shai, is supposed to do what is pleasing unto the Lord, and the woman is supposed to do what is pleasing unto the husband according to the law, according as long as it's lawful. Okay, but let's keep going into that. So again, I'll read that definition of marriage once again. It says here, no person may contract a new marriage until every previous marriage has been disavowed by death or by divorce or declared null by a court order. And again, that's off. That's not the way that the Lord had intended it to be. Okay, a man, an Israelite man, okay, because I know these other nations, especially Esau, Edom, don't have as much as libido or a strong sex drive as the Israelite man. Okay, we is the one of the one of the commandments, one of the main commandments, one of the commandments, like I'm not gonna say main or one of the top commandments, but one of the commandments that the Lord told unto Noah was what? Be fruitful and multiply. Okay, you see, and to be and a man can be fruitful and multiply. Why? Because the man carries the seed. That's the difference between, that's one of the differences between a man and a woman. The woman doesn't carry the seed. Okay, yes, she's like the oven. Okay, the seed, she's the land, but the man has the seed. Okay, whatever the whatever child the woman brings forth is it's the seed of the man. It's not her own seed. The woman does not carry seed. It's like the woman doesn't possess seed. Okay, the seed comes out of the man. That's why when it says the son of such, the son of such, the son of such, it says the man, the son of David. Okay, the son of Isaac, the son of Jacob, the son of this, the son of that. You know, it didn't mention the woman. Okay, so again, it says here, and again, in this society, for a marriage again to be valid, yeah, it can only entail one husband and one wife. Okay, which is adverse to the ways of the Lord. It says here, pertaining to polygamy. It says here, polygamous marriages are not legal in Canada and are an offense under the criminal code of Canada. So for you to try to have a polygamous marriage, meaning that you as a man, okay, according to the law of Yahweh Bashem Yashai, you as a man have two, three, four, five, six wives. In the eyes of the law in Canada, you would be wicked. You would be a criminal. Okay, you'll be entailed as a criminal because you have too many wives. Okay, why? Because again, this is just a way. This is a oppressive kingdom. Okay, just the fact that Esau Edom wants to suppress you to only having one wife. Okay, You have to live with the one wife. You have to, even when she's on her period, you have to be around her, man. This is an oppressive kingdom, man. Esau Edom, he says what? He made a diligent search in wickedness, man. Okay? To make sure that we don't rise up. Because he knows that if you have many wives, if you have um, liberty to move around, even with the choice of having multiple partners as a man, okay? That would go against his his control, because again, just as it happened in Egypt, we multiplied because of the oppression. Even if we were even as the oppression increased and increased, us as Israelites, we increased as well in number. Okay, so Isa Edom, being the demon that he is, being and again, demon means intelligence. Okay, being a demon on the left hand side. Okay, he made sure to suppress the Israelite man in Canada to having only one wife. Okay, to make it illegal for you to have multiple wives. Okay, so again, that's another reason why it also creates adultery, debauchery in this society, man. Okay, because now people are this dating culture, which pushes people to sleep around. Okay, and again, it's not bad for the man to sleep around, but the thing is, there's duties. Having sex it's more than just the fleshly feeling. Okay, it's an actual commitment, because once you go in unto that woman as a man, when you go in unto that woman, you guys become one flesh. The woman and the man become one flesh. As the man, you're supposed to be the head for that woman. You're supposed to be with that woman even unto death. Okay, you're supposed to be with that woman till death parts you apart. That's one of the vows, until death parts you apart. Okay, Salakia. But again, because of this Babylonian drink, people think that is nothing. Okay, sex is nothing. Sex is just a means to an end, just to fulfill their lust. Okay, but it's really, in the eyes of the Lord, sex is a very intimate, spiritual, and it's a vow in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Because once you go in into that woman, you're supposed to be with her until death parts you guys apart. Okay, and that's why in this society, marriage and sex is really made a mockery. Okay, it's really a mockery unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai. Because again, now this society is full of adulterers and adulteresses. Okay, people are going off without even knowing. Okay, so it says here, I'll read that again. Polygamous marriages are not legal in Canada and are an offense under the Criminal Code of Canada. A spouse is not a member of the family class if the spouse or sponsor was already married to another person at the time of the subsequent marriage, pertaining to Rule 1, 117, line 9, CI. Okay, so that's a regulation number 117. Okay, pertaining to marriage. Okay, but what does the Lord say about that? Okay, let's go into it. It says here in Ephesians 5 and 31. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they shall be twain, and they two shall be one flesh. So like, and they two shall be one flesh, and that's why that's how, by the act of sex, which consummates the marriage. Okay, once you lay down with a woman as a man, once you lay down with a woman, or if you're a woman, you lay down with a man, you guys become one flesh. Okay, he knows, that man knows you, and as a woman, the man knows you. Okay, you guys become one in the sight of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. That's the ultimate act of that solidifies marriage. But again, in this society, it's made a mockery of. Okay, sex in this society is nothing but a fleshly thing. Okay, there's no thought about it. People can, some people have 2,000 bodies. Some people have 50, come on, man. So people are just heaping onto themselves bodies on bodies, man. They're serial killers, man. Okay. So just to add on, it says here in Genesis 4 and 1, and Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Okay, and when it says Adam knew Eve, how did Adam knew Eve? By the act of sex. Okay, that's how he knew Eve. Okay, through sex, and then it says what? His wife. Okay, but when you go into the scriptures, it didn't say that Adam and Eve had a big wedding ceremony. No, man. It's through that act of sex that they became husband and wife in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. When you go into the word uh Salakia, when you go into that word uh to know, it says here Salakia. When you go into the word know, it says Yadai. Yadai, which let me try to show it to the to everyone. Salakia. So when you go, so when you check, it says here Yadai. So the first symbol to the left, it says Ya. The second one is a Da, and the second one is a I. So Yadai, you know. And when you go into so like so like when you go into the definitions of the word Yadai, it tells you, it says what? To know, to learn to perceive and see and discern, to find out and discern. I'll skip that one. To know by experience. And what was that experience? Sex. Okay, to recognize, to admit, to acknowledge, to confess, to consider, to know, to be acquainted with. And how much more to be acquainted with someone other than sex? That's the best way to know someone. As it says again, to know, Salakia, as it says again, to know a person carnally. Okay, that goes into the act of sex. Okay, through the act of sex, that's how you know someone. And again, Adam and Eve, Adam knew Eve. Okay, he knew Eve carnally, and that's how she bare Cain. Okay, so see, so it says here another example. It says here in Genesis 24 and 65. So that I brought out that precept just to just to see just to see just to say that the that marriage ceremony, those you know, how to say, bachelor parties and all these things, that's a thing of this world. That's a part of the Babylonian Jews. It's not really in the ancient world. That's it wasn't really necessary. Okay, even Yahweh Shai, when he was born, it said that Joseph wanted to put away Mary privately. Okay, why? Because he already had the act of sex with Mary. Okay, because Yahushua came through the flesh, according to the way of man. Okay, Yahushua was born through the seed of Joseph. Okay, through the seed of David. Okay, because again, Joseph is a descendant of David. Okay, so again, it says here in Genesis 24 and 67, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. What? How did she become his wife? He took her. He took Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. So let's go into that word took, okay, which is a similar word to the word grape, okay, which a lot of people can understand because their eyes is not open to the truth. Okay, these people don't understand that grape is in the scriptures. Okay, and in that moment, that's exactly what happened unto Rebecca. But it's not like she was defiant unto it and that she didn't want it to happen. And that's the way that the Lord set it up. And, he took her. He took her. Isaac took Rebecca, and she became his wife. Okay, so let's get into it. The word there is the word laka. So the first character on the left is la. The second one is ka, kwa, so like la kwa, and the last one is ha. So la kwa. You see? La kwa. Okay? And when you go into the meaning of it, let me try to find it. Is that la croix? So so yeah, la croix. It says here to take. The first one is what to take, to get, fetch, lay hold of. So again, grape. Seize, receive, acquire, buy, bring, marry, take a wife, snatch, take away, to take in the hand, to take and carry along, to take from, take out, or take out of, take, carry away, take away. Select. It says also take away to or for a person, procure, take possession. Okay, as it says, he that got it a wife beget a possession. Okay, it says here of, select, choose, take in marriage, received, accept, to take up or to take upon, put upon, to fetch, to take, lead, conduct, to take, capture, seize. Okay, you see? That's about it. You can keep going, but that's about it for the moment. But again, that's exactly what Isaac did. He took Rebecca. He seized Rebecca. He captured Rebecca. He took her as a wife. He snatched her. He took her away. Okay, swept her off her feet. Okay, he literally took her in the bed and plowed the land. He tilled the land and made her, and then she became his wife. Okay, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, but as and pertaining to, but as I read the definition of marriage, it said that you were not allowed. Again, this is in the ancient world, a wedding, the bachelors, and all these things, these events pertaining to the marriage. It's not necessary as long as you plow. That's those precepts is just to show that the action of having sex, the action of a man going into another woman, is the action that consummates the marriage. As soon as one man, as soon as the first man goes into you, and the woman loses her virginity, okay, she becomes that man's wife, okay, and you're supposed to, and the woman is supposed to be with that man until death, okay, or until the man dies, okay. But again, the man and the woman is different. The woman is supposed to be with one husband until he dies or until she dies, but the man can have unto himself multiple wives. But again, we're not in that time. But for edification purposes, I have to bring it out so people know. So people know that as a man, okay, because again, we're breaking down strongholds. As a man, you are allowed to have multiple wives. It's in your DNA, it's in your biological construct to have multiple wives, man. Okay, you're not doing anything wicked by having another wife as a man. Okay, you see. But again, there's rules that are applied if you are to take another wife. Okay, as an Israelite man, if you're really following after the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, it says here in Exodus 21 and 10, if he take him, so like in it, if he take him, so like it, if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So again, you're to, as a man, if you already have a wife and you go and get yourself another wife, your duties to the first wife cannot be diminished. So you're supposed to feed her, you're supposed to clothe her, you're supposed to plow her, you're supposed to take care of her physical needs. Okay, as a man, okay, and not be all enamored with the second wife. You know, and again, as it being in the truth, your time is already mostly focused on seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, seeking the kingdom. Okay, that's why we're not um pushing forth the fact that we're not telling our members to go out and plow every woman you see. Okay, but again, if you are to do these things, you are also to take care of the first one as you're taking care of the second one, the third one, the fourth one. Okay, you see. So you got to count the cost, man. Okay, you don't want to go and heap unto yourselves wives and wives and wives, because again, this is not the time for it, man. In the kingdom where we're going to be in rulership, you do whatever you want, man, according to righteousness, because you're going to have the ability, you're going to have power, you're going to have the time. Okay, you're going to have eternity to do what you please, okay, according to the law, statutes, and commandments. But right now on this side, we're in captivity first off. Then we have to seek the kingdom first. Okay, so these women can never be your first priority in the truth. Okay, because again, you don't want to be distracted with fleshy and carnal things. Again, the Lord has chosen us to be a soldier, and the soldier cannot be entangled with the things, the affairs of this world. Okay, so yes, you have one wife, you have two wives, you have three wives, but eventually, if you have too much, it takes you away from your real purpose, which is to serve the Lord. Okay, to do these videos to edify the flock. Okay, so, but again, it is not wicked for a man to have multiple wives, okay? But it is wicked for a woman to have multiple husbands, okay? Because a woman is supposed to be with one husband, okay? The woman and the man are not similar, okay? As this wicked society is trying to push, um, push equality, gender equality. But again, the woman and the man are two different kinds. Okay, the Lord has created the man to be the head of the woman. Okay, and not the other way around. There cannot be equality between man and a woman because we're already not the same. Okay, the Lord has entitled different purposes for both kinds. Okay, so it says here. So again, the man cannot cheat. This cheating is nothing but uh, a thing of this side, a thing of this world. Cheating, a man cannot cheat. The only way that a man can commit adultery is if he sleeps with a man, with another man's wife. Okay, if a woman already has a boyfriend, already is talking to someone, sleeping with another man, okay, and you sleep with her, that's what it calls adultery. But like I said, we're living in an adulterous generation where you be it's like looking for a needle in a haystack to find a virgin. Okay, so you deal with the best of the worst. You deal with what you can. Okay, because even we were in the world, and even the elect lady, some of them, they were in the world also. Okay, they were in the world also. Some of them, they heap bodies unto themselves. We also heap bodies unto ourselves. But again, the difference is, as long as you take care of the woman in your life, you're not wicked as a man. But a woman is supposed to be with one man. Okay, and I know this is a tough pill to swallow for you women out there that have been drunken with the Babylonian drink for so long. But this is the way that the Lord intended it to be. It's not my sayings. It's not the way I feel. I'm just bringing out the truth of the gospel. And again, this way of life is going to come back in a major way in the kingdom. All right, we're just rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay, you see, but the truth has to come out. Okay, so it says here pertaining to how it says here, read Exodus 21:10 again. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. 1 Corinthians 7:4. The wife had not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband had no power over his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one another, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. Okay, that precept is just to tell you, when it comes to having sex, you as a husband, if your wife wants to do it, you got to do your due diligence. You got to put in the work. So like you as a wife, so like still feeling a bit under the weather, but again, the word has to go out. Okay, but you as a wife, as I was saying, you as a wife, likewise, if your husband wants to go down, wants to make love, wants to go down and do the thing, do the business, you can't refuse it. Okay, because now you're husband and wife. Okay, not in legal terms, not as the world has seen it. Okay, but as the Lord has entitled it to be. As soon as a man you go into a woman, as soon as the woman you open your legs to that man. Okay, you guys are in a contract, in a contract in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, that you are gonna be with him. That you as a woman, you're gonna be his helper, and you as the man, you're gonna be the head of that woman. Okay, you're gonna protect her and take care of her. Okay, so again, defraud ye not one another. Okay, say, oh, I'm not in the mood. Oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, no, yo, fuck all that shit, man. Assume position. Get down to business. All right, that's just how the Lord intended it to be. Okay, you see. All right. So again, pertaining to multiple wives, because again, this in this society, if you have, as I said, polygamy, it is considered a crime under the criminal code. Okay, for you to have many wives, in this society, it seems as an abomination to the point where you're gonna be deemed a criminal to have many wives. Okay, trying to have multiple wives. Okay, but it says here in Judges 8:30, and Gideon, so like here, and Gideon had 60 and 10 sons of his body begotten, okay, meaning his own seed, okay, for he had many wives. So Gideon had many wives, and he was a judge in Israel. Was he wicked for having many wives? No, he was a great man of the Lord, okay. He was a great judge in the house of Israel, right? It says here pertaining to Solomon and King, 1 Kings 11:3, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other powers. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, his power, as the heart of David his father. Okay, so again, having many wives on this side could be a snare. Okay, because again, your focus has to go towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, but it says it is better to marry than to burn. So of course, if you can have one, if you can have two, if you can have three, that's a beautiful thing. But eventually, you don't need too much, man. Okay, because again, your focus is to seek the kingdom first. You do what you have to do, and as a man of the Lord, you're supposed to take care of your wives, man. As I read before, okay, you're not supposed to diminish your Salakia. You're not supposed to diminish your duties. You're supposed to make sure that she eats, making sure that she's clothed, okay, and making sure that she's plowed right, man. All right, okay. And I just want to say shalom to your brothers and sisters watching the video. Lord willing, again, this video is edifying. Okay. So again, Solomon had many wives. David had many wives. Who else? Jacob, our father, had many wives. Okay, you see, Abraham had many wives. He's the father of many nations. Okay, he had many wives. Okay, and none of those men were wicked because they had many wives. Okay, the only reason Solomon went off is because he started hearkening unto these other women, unto his women, and started following after their idolatry. That's why, not because he had many wives. This society had made it seem that it's wicked for a man to go after his natural desires, okay, to go after his natural needs, okay. But it's not wicked in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for a man to have many wives, okay. So that thing of cheating, it's a thing of this side. A man is not able to cheat. The only way a man is capable of committing adultery, as I said before, is if he sleeps with another man's wife, okay. But a wife but a woman in the other situation, as soon as she sleeps with another man, if her first husband is not dead or had not divorced her, and even in that stand, if you are divorced with the first husband, you still commit adultery, okay? Because if the first husband is not dead, if you go sleep with another man, it's still adultery, and that's why Yahushua himself called this generation, this world, a wicked and adulterous generation, and that was 2,000 years ago. How much more how much more now? Okay, so like it. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. So like, so as I was saying, so now let's go into the breakdown because of this in this society. When you marry, okay, in this society pertaining to Esau's laws, there's also a risk because it is a risk. There's also a risk of divorce, okay, and we're gonna go into it, okay. So like the day is calling me. Okay. So also, when you get married in this society, there's also a risk of divorce. Okay. So let's go into it pertaining to the Divorce Act, and this is a Canadian legislation. Okay. So it says here, says here, pertaining to the Divorce Act, a court of competent jurisdiction may, on application by either or both spouses, grant a divorce to the spouse or spouses on the ground that there has been a breakdown of their marriage. And what does the breakdown of the marriage entails? A breakdown of a marriage is established only if the spouse has lived separate and apart for at least 1 year immediately preceding the termination of the divorce proceeding, and we're living separate and apart at the commencement of the proceeding. Okay, so again, like I said, in this wicked society, you're supposed to stay not only stay with one woman, we're supposed to live with her the whole time. In the ancient kingdoms, the women had their own houses. Okay, especially when they were dealing with their cycle. Okay, as a man, because again, a woman, not to be in the world how they say misogynistic. I don't want to be they say misogynistic. I don't want to be degrading, but that's the truth of the matter. A woman on her period, she's unclean. Okay, whatever she touches is unclean. Okay, you see, and that's why a man isn't supposed to be around a woman when she's on her cycle. Okay, you see, all right, because again, that makes you, as a man, that makes you unclean, and wherever you touch again becomes unclean. Furthermore, okay, but again, we live in a wicked society directed by the wicked themselves. Okay, so in this one reason for marriage to be allowed is because you haven't lived with your wife for the past year. Well, this is what kind of so what if you don't live in the same house? So what, man? Maybe she has it's good to have space. Okay, just the fact that you're always together will cause you guys to want space. It's not good for a man and a woman to be together all the time, man. That's kind of weird, man. You see, it says here, the spouse against whom the divorce proceeding is brought has, since the celebration of the marriage, committed adultery or treated uh, the other spouse with physical or mental cruelty, such as kind as to render intolerable the continued cohabitation of the spouse. Okay, so the one thing that I would say is wicked in that sense, that the woman, that as I mentioned before, the only way a man could commit adultery is when he, in the sight of the Lord, the only way a man could commit adultery is if he sleeps with another man's wife. Okay, not because he gets himself another wife. Okay, if that wife isn't married to another man, isn't like in this society, let's say she's not dating anyone else. She hasn't been dating in the past 2 years. She hasn't been sleeping around for the past year or so. Okay, and she's single. Okay, and she wants to mingle with you. She wants to be with you, and even knowing that you have another wife, knowing that you have a situation going on. Okay, that's not wicked. As a man, you can deal with that woman if she's single and free. Okay, if she's single and willing, you can deal with her, man. There's no problem at all, as long as you don't diminish the your duty to your first wife, to your second wife. Okay, you can heap unto yourself as many wives as you want, as long as it doesn't take away from your time in the truth and doesn't take away your time from your business with your other wives. Okay, as long as you can manage all that, you're good, man. If you're making enough money that you can have 10 wives, and you can still do videos and can still go out to camp, there's no problem. You do your thing, man. You do your thing, player. You know. But in the sense of a woman committing adultery, man, that's no bueno. Okay, committing adultery, as long as you sleep with another man that is not your husband, that's adultery. Okay, so it says here, and again, we don't condone the beating your wife. Okay, abusing them mentally or physically. Okay, you move accordingly, man. This is not your kingdom, man. It's just come on. All right. But I'll read that again. I'll go back to Exodus 21:10. It says here, if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these three things unto her, so like if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money. Okay. So again, if a man, so like if a man gets another wife, and he's uh, forsaken the other wife, the first wife, Okay, he's not making sure that she has food. He doesn't care about her clothing. If he doesn't plow her, okay, to her content, okay. It says what she will go forth. That's the only reason why she is able. Not because she's sleeping with, because her husband has another wife. No, because he's not doing his due diligence unto her. Okay, that's the only reason why she's able to leave. But again, it says what? She's free to leave without money. Okay, and she's leaving without money and without the children also, because the children belong unto the man. It's his seed. Okay, according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashai, the men are supposed to raise the children. The man Salaki is supposed to keep the children. Okay, so again, she's supposed to go out without alimony. Okay, and alimony goes into financial support that a person is ordered by court. Again, the court, the devil himself, okay, the so-called white man, all right, by his laws and philosophies, financial support that a person is ordered by a court to give, to give to their spouse during separation or following divorce. Okay, so none of that, man. The woman is supposed to leave empty-handed. Okay, you can go, but you can't take the children. You can't take any money, man. And you're not keeping the house, and you're not having the house for yourself. You're not saving none of that. You're going out empty-handed. Okay, no child support, no nothing. Okay. It says here in Matthew 5:31, it had been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication. If you put away your wife other than for the reason that she's sleeping with another man, that she's cheating on you, okay, he caused her to commit adultery. Okay, and that's why we're in a situation where this is a filthy and wicked and adulterous generation, a filthy society. Okay, why? Because again, that's the dating culture, that fucking around culture, where those one night stand culture. Okay, you see, where you can plow a woman and then the next day move on with your life, not even taking care of her. And then she goes on with her life and she plows another man and another man and another man and another man. Okay, and that's why I said before, we're dealing with, as we like to say, it's not yours, it's your turn. Okay, because again, even the fact that a woman sleeps with a lot of partners, that messes up her mind, man. Okay, that messes up her mind, man. It's not good for the spirit, because again, sex is a spiritual thing. Okay, you pair bond with every man that you sleep with. If you're a woman, you pair bond with every man that you sleep with. That stays in your mind, man. Okay, and that's why another reason why so much marriages are lead unto divorce is because the woman, after she slept with so many partners, you know, imagine you're sleeping with a woman and she's thinking about another guy, man. That's irksome. Okay, it's not holy, it's not pure, man. Okay, and that's why eventually she'll leave. Okay, even the fact that Isa Edom has facilitated the opportunity for these women to leave a marital situation. Okay, where they can take them, they can have alimony, they can have child support, they can take the children from you. Okay, and you're left down bad. Okay, why? Because again, the devil is in authority, and the wrong judgment proceeded. Okay, but again, that whosoever putteth away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her, that is divorced, committed adultery. So again, you can't escape it, man. You're only getting the best of the worst. Hey, Salakia. Hey, touch me for mal. Salakia. The cats. When you're in the spirit, man, the cats don't want to hang out, man. But anyways, it says here, so yeah, so if you put her away for any other reason than but for adultery, you're putting her away and you cause her to be an adulteress. Okay, you cause her to be an adulterer when she goes and sleeps with another man. Okay, it says here, Matthew 19:3. Then the Pharisee came unto Yahushua, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? So for any reason, is it lawful to put away his wife? And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female. So again, not Adam and Steve, Adam and Eve. Okay, and said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh through the act of sex. Okay, not by a legal document forged by the devil himself. Okay? Wherefore, they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore the Most High had joined together, let no man put asunder. Okay? That including Isa Edom by his divorce act. Okay? So it says here, they say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, and to put her away? And he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. This is the what's it called, the the what's it called? So like the divorce was never intended. What the Lord had put asunder, let not any man put asunder. It's like what the Lord has put together, let no man put asunder. If the Lord has intended, so like the Lord has never intended for divorce. Okay, the Lord always wanted for you to have your wives, and to be with them until you die. That's the way that the Lord wanted it to be, and how it's gonna happen in the kingdom of heaven, and even better for the Israelite man, because again in the kingdom, so like because again in the kingdom, the Israelite man will not die. So you're gonna enjoy your wives forever. And if they're of the other nation, they're concubines, they'll be they'll die. They'll grow old and they'll die because they're not Israelites. But your Israelite woman, your Israelite wives, they'll be there forever. Okay? You see? And you're gonna be able to enjoy your family, the family life, family structure, as it was intended to be. Oh man. So like as it was intended to be from the beginning. Yeah, so like okay. Okay, come on. So it says here in Ecclesiasticus um, 25 and 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked man liberty to guide abroad. Okay? If she go not as thou wouldest her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. So again, the woman, if you're not doing your due diligence and your duties of marriage unto her, she is free to leave. Okay, if you're not making sure that she has food, raiment, and you're not doing your duties of marriage, she's free to go without money. But you, as a man, if you see that that woman is wicked, she's trying to force you into witchcraft. She's trying to force you into forsaking the Lord. She wants you to go. She doesn't want you to go to camp. She goes in between you and seeking the kingdom, the ministry. You can put her off, man. There's nothing wicked about that. Okay, because you don't want to be with someone who doesn't understand your purpose. Okay, you serve Yahweh Hashem Shai first. Okay, she comes, like I said, she's in third, she's in fourth, she's in fifth, she's in sixth place, man. She has to know her place. Okay, so if she would not go as you want her to go. Okay, if she's more of a headache, then if she's more a pillar of stress than a pillar of rest, you can give her a bill of divorce and move on with your life. Okay, you see. So it says here, 1 Corinthians 7 and 10, and unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let the wife depart, let not the wife, so like let not the wife depart from her husband. Okay, the Lord commanded that a woman is supposed to stay and obey her husband. Okay, and reverence her husband as if it was unto the Lord. Okay, that's how the woman serves the Lord, by reverencing her husband, if he is in the truth or not. Okay, it doesn't matter. As a woman, even if your man is not in the truth, you're supposed to stay by his side. Okay, what it says, what if the Lord may sanctify the husband because of may sanctify the unbelieving husband because of the believing wife, and likewise for the unbelieving wife, for the believing husband. Okay. So again, it says what? Let not the wife depart from her husband. But if she departs, let her remain unmarried. Okay. Or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. So again, the Lord is telling you as a man, don't put away your wife, man. Stay with her. Okay. And even if she leaves, as a woman, if you leave, you're supposed to, in your mind, just as Judith, Judith, what? Judith was praised because not only was she beautiful, but she remained um, a widow until her death. She remained a widow. Her husband died. In her sense, it was lawful for her to be remarried, but she chose to focus on the things that are unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's why she was so honored, not only for her beauty, but for her wisdom and for her piety towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, you see, it says if she departs, let her remain unmarried. Okay, so some women, when they leave her husband, when you leave your husband or your boyfriend or whatsoever, the man that you're dealing with, because you already have another man on the side. Okay, it's nothing new, man. Okay, game is game, as they say. Game is game, man. These women are when they leave you is usually because they have another situation going on, man. Okay, you see. Game is game. You see? It says here, let the woman, but again, according to the way that the Lord has, according to how the Lord wanted it to be, is that if she leaves, she's supposed to stay unmarried, meaning without sex. Okay? Marriage, because we broke it down again. The act of sex is marriage. Okay? For you to be unmarried is to be abstinent, okay, to abstain from sex, okay. So it says here, or be reconciled. So the only way that you can go back and have some fun, in the bed, is to be reconciled with your own husband. So if you're gonna leave him, the only way that you can have some fun again, that you can stop the itching and the burning, is if you go back to him. But you know that in this wicked society, that's not gonna happen, okay. Like I said, usually when she leaves you, she already has another thing going, okay. It says here, and let not your husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. Okay, except it is for fornication or adultery. Okay. It says here, let me see. Let's see if I have a few more. It says here in Leviticus 20 and 10, pertaining to the law, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death. That's the sentence for adultery. And like I said, a man can only commit adultery if he's sleeping with another man's wife. Okay, even if he's a heathen, he's a heathen, I'm gonna sleep with his wife. No, the Lord doesn't care, man. If you sleep with another man's wife, even if it's a heathen, even if it's an Israelite, your sentence is to be put to death. So it's only through the mercies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua that we're still alive in this scenario. Okay, because again, as it says, we're living in a generation of adulterers, man, a sinful and wicked generation. Okay. And again, I'll close up with this. Uh, Pertaining to the divorce, it says what? Mark 10 and 9. What therefore the Most High had joined together, let no man put asunder. Okay? So, I got a few more information, but I believe that's the point. Breaking down the stronghold of marriage and how in this society they tainted the concept of marriage, okay, limiting the man to only one wife, okay, allowing the woman to leave without for no good reason, okay, facilitating the woman, facilitating the disruption of the union between a man and a woman. Just as I read before, what the Lord had put together, let no man put asunder. Even you, Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of, okay. But according to the scriptures, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. This is the marriage as the Lord intended it to be. Lord willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Abba Baba, Kwam Yashala. Until next lesson, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.